Now at 10, in a KSNT News special report, we'll show you why thousands of county bridges are in disrepair and the risks they pose to you and your family. Shawnee County is looking to other options to find money for the aging Willard Bridge.
Commissioners learned today that the county won't be getting a federal grant of more than $16 million to replace the bridge. County officials have reduced the weight limit on the Willard Bridge because of questions about its structural integrity. Officials figure it will cost about $24 million to rebuild the span.
As Shawnee County tries to figure out what to do with that 60-year-old structure, it continues to sit there as an inconvenience and potential hazard to the thousands who travel over it every day. As KSNT News' Kaitlin discovered, there are thousands more bridges just like that in Kansas, and the resources don't exist to repair them all. She investigates if Kansans are safe traveling over all those faulty bridges.
There's no simple answer to that question. You may remember the Minneapolis bridge collapse in 2007 that killed 7 people and injured dozens more. That bridge was considered structurally deficient and fracture critical, just like the Willard Bridge is today. Now Kansas has more than 18,000 bridges owned by counties, many of which are almost a century old and in similar condition.
It's a safety issue, but it's a costly issue.
$500,000 for this one bridge, to be exact. That's how much it takes to fix a bridge like this and make sure it meets federal standards.
You can't put a $500,000 bridge on a dirt road that isn't needed a couple times a day.
Considering most county bridges in the state of Kansas are almost a century old, counties say they can't just be left like this.
So we tear them out. Most all of them are on dirt roads.
One such bridge used to stand here next to farmer Glenn Hennigan's land.
Real shock to get along without it.
Hennigan says he used that bridge for more than 60 years. And now that it's gone...
Extra cost and extra time, and lots of extra time if you've got a tractor or machine, and it's something you just don't want to do.
But Brown County commissioners say the bridge wasn't used enough to justify the cost of repairing it, let alone inspecting it every year.
Every other year is a major inspection. And depending on the length of the bridge and how deep it is and everything, they're figuring on about $3,000 a bridge. Well, see, that money doesn't build anything.
Just something that's a terrible worry in the country if people don't pay attention to the signs.
Signs warning of weight limits posted at every structurally deficient bridge in the state, all 2,000 of them.
If the bridge continues to be overloaded, it will develop cracks and have to be closed before it collapses.
Signs posted for your safety. Signs virtually ignored by everyone who uses the bridges.
Heavens no. No, they're not followed.
The county had put signs everywhere at the corner, and now it was a small bridge, but you didn't have to be down here very long until you seen a semi go across it.
Even bridges like this, just a few miles from Riley County High School. Full school buses aren't supposed to cross it, nor is heavy farm equipment.
Between them and their conscience, I guess. Yes. But they are responsible for a bridge if they overload it and they damage it.
Put simply, our rural bridges are dying.
The bridge problem is basically the east 300 miles in Kansas. Eastern Kansas, central Kansas have a lot of bridges. Western Kansas doesn't have the rain, doesn't have the runoff, doesn't have the terrain for bridges.
And counties say they try to keep up as best they can, but resources don't always allow.
Brown County's goal is to replace at least 2 bridges every year. But unless they get more money or start taking out even more bridges, some of those bridges may have to last to be even 140 years old. The question is, do you feel safe driving your family over a bridge that old? To find out if there's a deficient bridge near you, you can visit the map located in our special report on KSNT.com. In the newsroom, Kaitlin Berry, KSNT News.
If there's a dangerous bridge in your area that you have concerns about, it's best to contact your county commissioner or the Department of Transportation to have it assessed.